So Nick, with all the things going on with digital marketing, the advertising, the search engine optimization, the AI tools, how are you tracking all of this data-wise for the website or for the practice itself?
It's a good question. So, a lot of practices, I think, will just kind of do a bunch of things, and then if activity is up, they'll just say yay, and then if it's not, then they'll just say, oh, I got to cut it, right? And so you're kind of operating on your feelings as opposed to being more data driven. So, like when we do this, typically I like to do every channel as its own granular tracking, right? So, like if we're doing Google Ads for you, we track the all the Google ad data separately along with the leads coming from the Google ads. And then we track, for instance, we're also doing SEO at the same time. We track that separately, but then we can also look at the data in combination to see how one might be affecting the other, right? So I think it's really important to be able to look at them individually because, for instance, we might be doing SEO for someone and it might be doing really, really well. But maybe their ads are missing the mark. Maybe our ad copy is not working as well. Maybe um, because it's not resonating with the audience or the targeting or whatnot. In which case, we can actually see in that case that we need to make some changes to the ads, right? Whereas if you just kind of put it all together and said, we're doing ads and SEO for someone, here's the results, you wouldn't know which segment is actually performing poorly and which one needs to be improved or frankly cut. Sometimes in marketing, I mean, marketing is always a risk, right? But sometimes in marketing, it doesn't work for some reason. You might have a local audience that's maybe resistant to Google ads for some reason or something like that. And in those cases, why spend the money on it anymore?
Yeah, I mean it's not that these things don't work together. I think having a good holistic approach to your marketing, social media helps with SEO, because it helps build a brand. The search engine optimization can help with Google Ads and vice versa, even though it's not as if you can just rank higher because you have Google Ads. It's just your click-through rate gets to be a little higher. But even though they all work together, if you're not reporting on them separately, you don't really know what's working and what isn't. And then you can't make actual data backed decisions and adjustments accordingly to try to make them work even better.
Right, exactly. And I mean, working together or not, if you're doing ads, you know, you you're going to set up a target in advance of what you want to accomplish with the ads. And if you're working with me, I'm going to tell you whether or not I think that's realistic. And if that target was I want a 2 or 3 or 4 times return on my ad spend um, directly from that channel, and we think that's realistic, then we'll go for that, and then we need to be able to track that. And everything else beyond that, how it might help your SEO or how it might help your social or however those synergies might occur is effectively gravy, right? That's improving the overall efficacy of your marketing, but we want that channel to perform. Otherwise, those dollars might be better spent put somewhere else.